What's up YouTube, my name is Ozzy and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing an all acrylic French pedicure on my lovely client right here. As you can see, we are removing a previous acrylic enhancement that she had only on her big toes. That was done by a different nail tech in a different state. But my client is actually my niece and she came up to visit here in New York, so we decided to remove everything and to just go on ahead and do a new set on her. We're going at 4,000 RPMs using a fine sanding band just to remove that previous gel polish that she has. And let's continue watching. Now I'm gonna go on ahead and I removed the previous acrylic that she had. I was having a hard time removing it just by the acetone. I'm not too sure if this was MMA because I did not give it enough time to soak off because we had a lot going on that day, so we wanted to do this quick and fast. But I was removing the acrylic, and they did put a tip on her big toe to extend the acrylic and make the big toe look longer, or the actual nail look longer itself. So right now I did go with a coarse carbide bit to remove the rest of that acrylic, and now I'm going in with the sanding band, the fine one, just to smooth it out a bit and get ready for the acrylic enhancement. Now I'm going at 4,000 RPMs in reverse, going from left to right using this round ball bit that I got from Amazon. I love this bit. It really does help removing off that dead skin at that proximal nail fold. It helps push back that, what people say, the cuticles, just to remove all that dead skin and get ready to use nippers, or if you're using the curved scissors for like Russian manicure, this is perfect for that type of service. Now I'm using my nippers to remove off that some of that dead skin. Keep in mind this whole video is sped up. I am not going super fast to remove or with tools like this, because definitely you can hurt your client, and I'm not trying to do that. So definitely sped up, but definitely take your time when it comes to clients' nails, especially if a client has any type of ailments that you want to, rest assured that the patient, not the patient, the client is not someone that you want to cut. Absolutely not. Now I'm using this tapered barrel diamond bit in a fine grit from Amazon. Oh, this is an amazing type of bit. I like it. It definitely does help removing off the extra dead skin that's on the nail. That will help, with lifting. You don't want that lifting, especially on the feet, because greenies is a thing. Now I'm using a nylon brush and some alcohol just to remove off that dust. Now I'm using Mia Secret's dehydrator and primer just to prime and dehydrate the nails. I learned this from TikTok. I was always using Young Nails Swipe and the Young Nails Protein Bond. I still use the Protein Bond along with the Mia Secret, but there's something about it I like. So now I just showed the Young Nails Protein Bond. I'm going with the number 6 from Profiles Backstage. This is acrylic brush. And I'm using Dynamics Bad Enough, which is a dupe for Bad and Bougie with Valentino Beauty Pure. And let me tell you, I've been sleeping on Dynamic Nail Supply. Okay, I learned on TikTok. I bought one powder and I love it. I really do. It is inexpensive, but the formula and the way that it looks is so pretty. Do not sleep on Dynamic Nail Supply. Now don't go bombarding them and buying a whole bunch of acrylics now, because you got to save for us little people. But their acrylics are really good, really good. So if you are a beginner and you are looking to find good quality products, check out Dynamic Nail Supply. This is not sponsored. This is not sponsored at all. Please check them out. They have really good stuff. But anyways, so I'm starting off at the smaller, the pinky. As you can see, you want to make sure that you get that cuticle area really nice and flush. Even before you go on ahead and you file, you really want to get that acrylic nice and flush, because this is the toes, okay? This is not the hands. The toes are different when it comes to doing acrylic. You really, really want to make sure that you get that cuticle area really nice and flush. No bubbles, no, holes or anything where water can get into the, natural nail, because, that could cause greenies. And that's the last thing that you want your client to have is greenies, simply because we did not seal the cuticle. I guess that's what they say, seal the cuticle well. So make sure that you're, applying your acrylic in small beads. If you need to apply it in small beads, apply it in small beads, especially when it comes to the toes, until you get comfortable. But as you can see here, I am using the brush, and I'm making sure that it is tucked in, that acrylic is tucked in. That's what you want to see. Not that it's all the way going up to the matrix or anything, no. But that you are making sure that it is flush, even before you're using your e-file to, remove off any extra acrylic that was, applied. But you want to make sure that you really get it nice and flush. Look at it. Now I know that the application looks a little crazy right now, but it needs to look like that. Okay, this is my first time doing it on a client. I've watched many videos. I've talked to my nail tech friends who I've graduated with, who actually do this all the time, because I don't really do feet like that. I'm just not that I don't like feet, but I don't have the space for it. With that being said, work with small beads. That's what I had to do here. And plus I had a lot going on because I am home based. I had a lot going on here at home. I do have children. So I have to make sure that everyone is good while I'm doing these toes. Okay. So I worked in small beads, trying to make sure that acrylic was really nice and flush to the natural nail. And also making sure that, the nail had enough acrylic, because sometimes, we don't want the acrylic or the nail itself to be so thick, but at the same time, you need to make sure that it has a good thickness, especially because it's the toenail. The toenails are naturally thicker than the actual nails from your hands, from my understanding. They're stronger. So you don't want the nails too thick, but you want them thick enough. Now I'm going in with my cuticle bead, and as you can see, I am using the brush, the tip of the brush, to push that acrylic up to the top, but then also tuck it in. You see how I'm doing it? I'm like tucking it, making sure that it's flush to the natural nail. So when we go ahead with the e-file, again, we are not debulking too much, but that is flush. And we're just making it smooth. And sorry, you're going to see my head a couple of times, the side of my head, while I'm doing this, because I got the camera close, but my face is close to the client's feet. Now I'm using my Tammy Taylor nail file just to give it that crisp square shape that my client was requesting. She also requested she wanted that old school French. She doesn't want a thin line. She wants that super thick line. So I said, let's go for it. And it's definitely super square acrylic toes. Now I'm going in with a 501 bit in the fine grit at 12,000 RPMs. I believe I was going from 12 and I jumped to 16, but then I ended up switching bits once I got to the big toe. That big toe was looking a little thicky thick, so I switched to a medium grit 501 bit once I got to the big toe. But definitely here you can see I'm going and trying to make it really flush, and also giving it that C curve, because even though it looks like this now, that C curve, even in the toes too, it looks so pretty. Definitely check that out. As you can see, look, I'm going in. Please be advised that you will see the side of my face a couple of times. You can see right now, I was blocking the camera with my face, trying to make sure that I was getting every single place on the nails. As you can see here, look. I'm just trying to clean up those nails and make them look good, and my face is all up in the camera, so I apologize for that. But as you can see, I'm still trying to clean up with that fine bit, and then I realized that, you know what, just this fine bit isn't working for me. I need to go with the medium grit. Now, I completely forgot to actually record myself doing the French manicure, but I'm going to show you what I did, because I did go again with the second coat of white. Now, this is the way I do my French. I paint the toe halfway, and then I use a French brush. The one that I got is from D&D, and I just go ahead with either acetone or alcohol, and I just clean it up and do that curve. I like doing it this way, and then I use a liner brush, and I also clean with this brush as well. I like doing it this way. Doing it the way with just a liner brush is cool when you're doing it when on somebody's fingers, on somebody's hands, but on the feet it's harder. On the feet it's best to just paint it with white gel polish, and then go ahead and, you know, clean it up with the French brush or any kind of brush that you may have to actually do the French, or to clean up the French. Now we're all cleaned up, and we're going to cure this for 60 seconds and polish with clear polish. And as you can see, this is looking so pretty, ready for summer. And I thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed.